I've been asked by a lot of people, what are the questions or what is a full checklist of everything to ask, everything to keep in mind when hunting for a 3PL? And so here is my answer for that. Um, it depends on the scope of work of your guys' brand, right? There's so many questions that you are going to want answered when finding a 3PL. But here is how you can break it down to three general categories and what you should do to get all of those questions answered. So, general rule of thumb I have when looking for a 3PL is define how great that 3PL is by three different main categories. So, one, pricing, right? If you're an e-commerce brand, you need a logistics company that can give you best in class pricing from a carrier rate perspective to a fulfillment services perspective. And fulfillment services, think like pick and pack, storage, receiving, special project fees, even like one-off things that not every 3PL has. Like, is there a one time for an onboarding fee? Do you guys have like a monthly technology fee to use your portal? Do you guys charge a customer support fee? Do you guys charge cycle count fees? So like recounting your guys' inventory. That's why it's tough to have a full checklist because it really depends on the scope of your brand. But pricing, right? That's huge. That is one of my main pillars. Um, Two, communication. So, what is the level of communication that you have between your team and the warehouse team? Um, no longer do you have to settle for email support where you send over a question and you wait 72 hours and you hope it gets triaged to the right person. Then you wait another 72 hours and you hope that the problem gets fixed or you get the answer that you need. Um, Boutique level 3PLs and even some bigger 3PLs are starting to implement real-time chat support. And one of my big criteria in selecting 3PLs and seeing if it's going to be a good fit is, can that 3PL act as a true extension of your business? So just like if you had fulfillment in-house at your company, you were doing it yourself, you could pick up the phone or you could send a text message or you could send a Slack message and talk to the people on the warehouse floor in real time to make moves in light speed. You should be able to do that exact same thing with your 3PL partner. So that's pillar number two. Do they have real-time Slack channel support? And does that Slack channel support go directly to the people that will be working on your project, not getting outsourced to a customer support agent um, that isn't even in the warehouse? Like, maybe not every 3PL will have direct Slack channel support, but you need to find out what that support level is, right? Is it live chat support on the website? And then one of the most important questions in this whole communications piece is the person that I'm talking to in the warehouse where my product is? The further removed these customer support agents are, the more of a disaster it's going to be along that communication chain because there's just a lot of things that can break along the way. It's like playing a game of telephone, right? The information gets passed from person to person, and there's just so much that can be lost in translation. And obviously, it takes much longer to go down that telephone line and then come all the way back up the chain to you and your team. In the world of omni-channel e-commerce fulfillment, that's just not enough. Too much room for error, takes way too long. In the world we move in the e-commerce world, it's lightning fast. You got to have people there real time. Number three, operational excellence. So this is a wider category, but think under operational excellence, things like shipping SLAs. So how fast are they able to get your orders picked, packed, and out to the carriers? What's their error rate? What's their receiving time when you send inventory into them? Super important, what's their refund policy? So whenever a 3PL does inevitably mess up, you want teeth in the contract to actually recoup your money when they mess up. So if they don't hit their SLA and get an order out within 24 hours, okay, but do I get refunded for that? What's the refund encompass? Is it just the pick and pack fee? Is it the shipping fee? Is it the retail price of the product getting shipped out? Probably not, but you still want all of that defined in the contract, so there is no gray area. You need your relationship with your 3PL to be as black and white as possible, and whenever they miss one of their SLAs, they own up to it and they make sure that that problem gets fixed. And if not, that's a red flag where you should be searching for another 3PL, because you need a partner that has your business's best interest in mind. And that's, again, just not going to cut it. So again, a checklist. What questions should I ask? It's a lot broader than that. So this is my answer to that, and I hope that that's enough for you guys. But if you are looking for more of a checklist, just email me directly at team@fulfill.com, and we can share some of the information that we collect whenever we add 3PLs to our directory of hundreds of different 3PLs. But that's just kind of another plug for using our fulfillment finder service at fulfill.com as well. It's like we have this information on the back end. We run these RFPs and these checklists against the information we have on our 3PL directory. So we do all of that for you. So you don't have to manually go down the list and spend months and months of time running through these 3PL analyses. All right, thank you.